Hello, everybody. This is Becky here at Aunt Beck's Creations, and I just thought I'd come on and do a little pattern review for the pink jacket. I purchased this pattern off from Etsy, and I did a short review within a video, but I thought I'd just do a standalone video just on this jacket. The pattern is currently on sale for like $3.57 or something like that. I'm pretty sure that's what the price was. I did note in my previous video that about some of the instruction problems with it. And I'm just going to go over what I did to create the jacket that I did, because I wanted a pattern that was really simple. And this one's super simple, you guys. Anybody could make this jacket. There was like the one problem I found was when she talks about putting the front to the back at the shoulder seams, she says in the pattern to put the A and B together with wrong sides facing. And you don't want to do that. You want them to be right sides facing so that the seam ends up inside the jacket. And then the instructions have you do set-in sleeves. And I don't prefer to do sleeves that way. I would prefer to do the sleeves in the flat before the side seam is sewed up. So that's what I did. And that's how I put the sleeves in. Those were the two construction changes that I made. Because I was using this blanket, this is what I have left of the blanket. I have these little pieces here. And I've got the piece that's got the original label on it still. And there's another one the same shape. And then I have this kind of bigger piece here that I'm thinking of utilizing all these pieces to create a matching bag to go with this sweater. All right, now because I was working with kind of a couch-sized throw blanket, I did not have enough material to do full long sleeves. So what I did is you print the pattern off and tape it together. And so what I did, where the two pieces met, like these are sheets of paper, everywhere you see the lines like this is where you match your pieces of paper up. What I did is on the lines to the bottom of this here, I just folded all of this up and made short sleeves that long. So that's one change I made. And then the other was on the front piece. I actually traced the pattern pieces out from these with my own tissue paper. But I want to show you the original shape of the front of the jacket. You can see it has a curve to it. See the curve? Hi, Pam. Well, because I was using a corner of the blanket, I'm going to have a straight edge comes down the front and a straight edge that goes across. So I just did a straight line across at the shortest part here and just made it a straight line along the bottom when I traced out the pattern. So let me show you this is the piece A. Oh, and then I'll show you something else in a minute. Something else I did, because I have a full stomach from, having almost a 10-pound baby 39 years ago, I added a ½ inch at the very bottom of the jacket, and I just kept it at regular size here and then drew a line to my ½ inch out here just to give me a little bit more space on this piece here. And then also I didn't want the ruffle to come, the fringe, you'll see what I mean, to come all the way up. So I changed the neckline from this rounded shape here. See the curve? I made it a V down. So here's my how I did that. See how I've got that folded back under? I did that on the jacket, and then you can see where I've straightened the bottom straight across. And then my jacket turned out pretty cool, if I do say so myself, is right here. And I'll put it on real quick so you guys can see the neckline on me. So you see that the neckline now comes down. And I was thinking I might put a frog on it, you know, the kind that's got like a ball on one side and a loop on the other, just right here, just to hold that right there like that. So I might put a frog on it. It just meets. And when I put the pattern on the blanket, I put the pattern piece to end right where the blanket ended and left the fringe. And what else did I do? When I laid the sleeve patterns down, I did it so that the fringe was going to be at the bottom because I didn't want to do any hemming on this jacket simply because it would have been very thick. I got, let's see, here. My Pisces fish are here. See the two fish? And then on this side, I think it was a deer, but his head got away. But you could see that's supposed to be like a tail. And there's a leg and a leg, front and the back here. So, and then the back, I can't see what you're seeing, but the back's got the fringe on it. And then it included some of the big part of the middle design. So this is the jacket I made from a blanket. Hi, Safia. And I finished the neckline because the blanket is so dense. I was trying to think of something I could do, and I thought maybe I would line the whole thing. But then everybody had the same comments as my brain did, and they said a lining would probably make it even warmer. And this is pretty warm anyway. It's made of a blanket. So what I did is I just took single fold bias tape, the kind that's only folded on just the long edges. It's not folded again. When it's folded in on each edge, that's called single fold. But if it's folded in on each edges and then those two are brought together, that's called a double fold. So that's what I put on here was a single fold bias tape. And I just stitched it along. I opened up the fold here at this side of it and put the bias tape and the jacket right sides together. And then I just sewed along on the bias tape side, just in the fold of the bias tape. So the edges met, and then I stitched on the fold, and then I turned it all in and hand stitched the entire way down to where the fringe started here. So that's been tacked all the way. The blanket is like double thickness. So I was able to catch the bias tape just on the inside thickness of the blanket. It's hard to describe it. Then, hi Dar, hi Angie, hi Safia, and Pam. I was feeling like, because it's a blanket, and when I put the seams in it, no matter what I did, if I tried to press it or whatever, the seams wanted to stand up. Like the two pieces of fabric were like standing up. Well, that was poking me in the side, and it made my shoulders look like I had a football uniform on. So then I went through, and what I've done to all of the seams, even around the arms, because I couldn't do around the arm area on my serger, you could see I finished that with the serger there. So I couldn't do that on the shoulders. So all I did is I've shortened the seam with pinking shears so that it will not fray really bad. But then what I did is I just whip stitched all of the seams flat, even down the side. So these all lay flat now to see how flat they are, and around the arms. So all of the seams are flat. It's completely finished. And I just love this jacket. I think it'll go really nice with a pair of jeans. And I love the back of it, how I got the like basket in the middle and everything. So I wanted to just share this. If you want to get into sewing and you're looking for a simple jacket pattern and you want to try this one, it is on sale on Etsy, and I put the link to the pattern in the description box below. I'm going to check and see if this girl has some other patterns, because this was really a nice pattern for what I paid. It's like $3 and some change, $3.57 or something. And I might see what else she has on her store, since she's having a sale, I think for till the end of the month. So I wanted to share that. If you decide you want to try a jacket but not make it out of a blanket, you want to make it straight from her pattern, this would be a perfect pattern for you to try a jacket. I mean, you cut out 2 fronts and a back and the sleeves, and you've got a little jacket. So super easy. So again, that was the pink jacket, and by its Louisa's Patterns. And what else do I want to say? I only found the one problem in the actual written pattern. The sleeve issue was just my preference. That wasn't a problem with her pattern. I just don't like to do set-in sleeves. I've never had a lot of luck without having to take the sleeve off a couple times because I've got a crimp in it, or the fabric to the front folded on itself. And when I do them in the flat, I never have that problem. So this is the pink jacket here. And that's the line drawings for it. Simple. You could even, I think on here it shows that she did bias tape around the sleeves. I didn't look at that because I wasn't having to use that. But you could put bias tape all the way around the cuffs and around the neck and everything. So I wanted to share that, and that's all I have. All right. Oh dear. Hi, Cindy. Angie's not feeling good. Oh dear. That's not good. Well, I'm going to let you go. I just wanted to do a quick review. Again, if you're interested in making this, I did put the link down to this actual pattern. So please feel free to go check her out. And I've spent the day cutting out more dresses. I have 13 more dresses cut out, and I have the stack of fabric there. That's 10 more dresses, maybe more. And I'm trying to cut out everything I have left as far as fabric, so that I can do all of the labels on one of the pocket fronts at once. That's why I do batch cutting like that, is because every step I do them all at once, and I'll put all the dresses that can use the same kind of thread together, but all of the labels get sewn on with pink thread. And what I'm trying to do is get everything cut out, put them together, like all the green ones together, blue ones, brown ones. But then I have a stack of the pockets, and I can just do all of the labels at one time, so I don't have to unthread the sewing machine and rethread it and put in the pink, and then I have to stop. I want to do all of the pockets at once, and then I can just do one color after another, and boom, I'll have this 10 done. And I have I think 13 labels left, if I'm right. I think that's what I have left. I thought I had 26, so I'm not sure. We'll find out when I get to the end. All right. So I will talk to you guys later. Take care. See you tomorrow. Bye.